Yeah. Religion is very good at giving a sense of purpose greater than oneself. Other benefits are that it encourages charity and promotes community. But for those who do not believe, the lack of meaning is the greatest deficit. The questions that follow are designed to help you create meaning in your own life, absent of a higher power. Firstly, what is my purpose? Well, geez, there you go. Question asked, video done. Peace. GoPro, stop recording. I understand that's pretty broad, so here are some other questions to help clarify. What do I want to do before I die? What is the highest good? What is the most important thing in life? What is the greatest impact a human can have? What is my passion? From what do I derive the most satisfaction? What distracts me from my goal? These distractions don't have to be bad inherently. Family, friends, work are not bad things. Spending time with the people you love is by no means a waste of time. It may very well be the best use of time. And we need to work to earn money, to pay rent and buy food. So, some distractions are necessary. Thus, distraction is a relative term. Also, I'm just some guy on the internet. I barely know what's good for me, let alone for you. Just some guy on the internet. What personality traits can I cultivate that would help me achieve my goal? As many self-help assholes will tell you, discipline and hard work are essential for any goal, anything you want to do. So, yeah. Generosity is definitely helpful for charity, and patience is useful for teaching. As such, those are generally good traits to have. I think everybody should try to do those, the discipline and the generosity and the patience. But that's because those are traits that I try to cultivate. So of course I'm going to tell you to cultivate it too. But again, just some guy on the internet. A good thought experiment to help answer this question is to imagine somebody else achieving your goal. Later, you get a coffee with that person. What are they like? In 10 words or less, describe them as a person. Lastly, for the clarification and functionality of your goals or purpose or whatever you want to call it, what can I do today toward my goal? What can I do this year toward my goal? The timeline today is useful because you can imagine today in its entirety. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, that's the base unit of time. Well, minutes or seconds, whatever. This year is an even more arbitrary timeline. It's useful to think beyond the present and the immediate future and try to think in more long term, but your unit will probably be different than mine. For example, this year, I'm exploring South America. This month, I'm exploring Argentina. Well, Buenos Aires, but hey. Currently, I don't spend longer than 2 months in a single place. So my midterm benchmark is what can I do these 2 months toward my goal. The medium length timeline is only important insofar that it fits your current lifestyle. Lastly, for this video, 2 2/2 of a question regarding mortality and death. If I live to 100 years old, what do I want my life to have been? If I had 1 year left to live, what would I do? If I had 1 day left to live, what would I do? If I had 1 hour left to live, what would I do? All 2 2/2 of these questions ask the same thing with differing levels of intensity. The best time to ask yourself what you would do with your last year is when you are journaling, reflecting, planning. The best time to ask yourself what you would do with 1 day is every morning. Now, if I knew that I was going to die when I went to bed, no, I'm not going to work. Of course I'm not going to work. Why would I go to work? So it's a thought experiment. This whole video is a thought experiment, okay? So a balance of realism is obviously necessary. Obviously. Balance the present, the immediate future, and the long term, and you will live well. GoPro, stop recording. Why is there lemon on the beach?